Now, when it comes to overcoming barriers to having a healthy sense of self esteem, the very first thing you need to consider is your perception of yourself. Yes, before we get into other people's perception of you, your perception of yourself is everything. How do you see yourself? What do you think you're capable of doing? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve in life? And do you think that you're good enough? Because I think one of my greatest struggles growing up was the fact of considering the fact that was I good enough? Was I good enough to go after the life that I want? Was I good enough to be a writer, to be a creative person? Is that a good enough passion for me to pursue? So I think that when you have a healthy sense of self-esteem, you see yourself as worthy, you see yourself as valuable, and you see yourself as capable. You don't keep second guessing yourself and who you are and what you're worth. So you also have to make sure that you have a positive perception of yourself. And a little exercise you can do is just simply write down some of the things that you admire, appreciate about yourself, and also write down some of the things that you want to work on about yourself. Because once you take the time to reflect on who you are and what you actually like about yourself, it helps you to have a form of sense of a healthy self-esteem. Because you could be that kind of person who people are giving you praises, people are giving you compliments, but you don't even appreciate it because you don't even see the value and what's in who you are. So you have to first consider who you are and what matters to you, and then you're going to be able to build yourself up a bit better. Now, the second thing you need to do in order to have a healthy form of self-esteem is that you need to stop comparing your life to other people. Now, if you're a woman, if you're a girl watching this, I think that is one of our biggest challenges, the fact that we compare our journey to others, the fact that we compare our lives to others, and especially through the use of social media, it has magnified everybody's life and lens, so we can just quickly go to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we look at other people's lives and we assume that everybody is living a perfect life and we are not. But that is not true. As much as I love social media, we all use social media as a highlight reel. So social media does not fully reflect everybody's lives. And I think we have to be very kind to ourselves so that we don't compare our journey to other people's, to say that this person has this, I don't have that. Somebody has a fancy job, somebody has a fancy car, somebody has a big house. What do you have? What do I have? That comparison is only going to make you feel bad about yourself. That comparison is only going to make you a negative person. That comparison is only going to make you bitter. So in order to have a form of healthy self-esteem, you have to stop comparing your life to other people. You need to focus on your own journey. And that is one thing I do very well. I love to mind my business. I've always been that kind of person. I don't really care so much about what other people are doing. I just focus on my path. And that is what matters. You can't be too bothered about how everybody else is living their life, because at the end of the day, we each have our own individual journey to go through. So if you spend your time wondering what this person is doing, what the travels that they are going on, the job that they have, the car that they have, is going to stop you from focusing on your own path and your own life. And it's also going to make you a negative individual because you can't appreciate your journey. So in order to have a form of healthy self-esteem, you have to really stop comparing your life to other people. And some of the ways to do that these days is that you just stop looking at what other people are doing. Sometimes you got to take a break from social media and focusing on other people's lives. And also just learn to focus on what you're passionate about. Focus on your own goals. Focus on what you want to do with your life, because it helps you to build yourself up and have a better sense of self-esteem. And number 3, some of the barriers to self-esteem is being within a toxic environment. You have to be careful about the environments that you're in. You have to be careful about the people that you speak to. Because these days, some people are quick to make you feel small. They are quick to put you down in order to build themselves up. And it's very unfortunate, but you have to be a strong person to know that when somebody is constantly tearing you down and putting you down and trying to project their own pain and insecurities your way, you have to take a step back from them and you have to remove yourself from that environment. Because so many people want to feel in charge, so many people want to feel on top and powerful, and unfortunately the way they do that is by making you feel small. And if you are within that environment where people are making you feel small, you have to have the courage to step away from that and put yourself in better environments where people recognize your words, recognize your value. They are not threatened by who you are. They are not threatened by how you look. They are not threatened by how you speak. They are not threatened by the future that they see you have. But they are confident in themselves, because that's the sort of people that you want to surround yourself with. Because if you're around people who are negative, if you're around people who are tearing you down and your dreams, you are also going to be a reflection of that, and you're going to feel worthless. You're going to feel useless. You're not going to have the courage to go after what you want. So be very careful about the people you surround yourself with and what you internalize. Don't take into much of people's rubbish, because people will project a lot of their pain onto you. Now, another way for you to really focus on your self-esteem and building your self-esteem is to really just have mentors, have role models, no matter what age you have. No matter what age you are, have people that you look up to, have people that you admire, have people that inspire you, and they will just encourage you in your own path. I have so many people that I admire, and Oprah Winfrey is definitely one of the most inspirational women to me, and she's somebody that I look up to, especially when it comes to building yourself in media and in your career. And I think it's good to have all these positive role models, because you can aspire to be great as they are, and you can also learn from their journey and their own experiences. And it doesn't even have to be a big public figure. The role model or person that you admire and mentor could be within your circle. They could be within your family. They could be within your workplace. They could be within your spiritual community. But just try to have some form of role model or mentorship, or somebody who you aspire to be as you're continuing on in your journey. So those are just my few short tips on how to really remove those barriers to having a healthy sense of self-esteem. Number one, please be very, very careful about the perception you have of yourself. Jot down things that you actually like about yourself, while also trying to work on and build yourself. Number two, stop comparing your life to everybody else. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's journey is perfect. No matter how beautiful and sweet their Instagram, Twitter, Facebook feed looks, nobody has a perfect life. So you have to just focus on your own journey. And number four, you should also just try to have a role model, mentor that you look up to, somebody that you aspire to do what they are doing, so that they can encourage you in your own path and in your own journey. Next, you can let me know what are some of those things that help you to build your own sense of self and self-esteem. I love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely subscribe. Definitely share with your friends who you feel would enjoy this sort of content. And I will see you on my next video. Take care.